Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Out here in the shack again. Gonna do a little cooking right now. Gonna explain what I'm doing as I go. We are adding some butter to a pan right now. There you go. Hot pan. Alright. Set it up here to do something. Kerrygold butter, Irish butter. Very nice butter. I'm making today out in the shack in the woods of PA. Beautiful day. Hopefully the cats don't bother me too much. Gonna make a little bit of an 18th century dish right now, dating back to 1730, called Scotch collops. Collops, just a generalized term of a thinner slice of meat. So if it's a, maybe less than an 1/8 inch, if it's bacon, less than a quarter for sure, maybe less than half to quarter if it's meat or beef, those kind of things. It's just a generalized term. So let me show you what I got going on right now. There's a collaboration, flour, mushrooms, diced carrots and celery, and then 3 scotched pieces of meat here. Now, there's a duality to the term scotch back in the day, in this time period for sure. It also meant to hack. So take the sliced piece of meat and you serrate it, but you don't just simply slice it, you kind of hack it, and it gives it the serrations. Now one, it'll do a double kind of factor. One, will tenderize the meat, and the other one, it'll give a little bit of something to grab onto when you bread it, because again, Scotch does also mean breading, much like scotched eggs. So that's what we're going to do right now. So we have our brine, or like dirge, all ready to go. I have it right here. It is simply melted butter, 4 eggs, just to egg the yolks. Now, from the old PABrewNews farm, so a very hearty yolk. Make sure that's going good. Alright, that's a lot of butter. And spices. Allspice being one of the main ingredients. Salt and allspice. I put a little pepper in here as well, and a little bit of chili powder, just for extra spice. But the main ingredients in this little Billiger, little dippy sauce is the butter, the 3 egg yolks, and then of course the salt and nutmeg, which is a little bit weird, but I think I overdid a little bit on the nutmeg as well, but that's fine. So we're going to take these scotched pieces of meat, we're going to throw it through our liquid here. I'm going to just dip it in the flour. That just is a little quick thing right here. We'll throw it in the pan. Throw it in the pan. Like I said, basically it just goes through and it tenderizes it, much like cube steak, Swiss steak, even schnitzel in Germany. Same thing. I'll move this around in just a second. I want to give you an idea though. These are pretty thick pieces of meat. I would normally want to probably make them a little bit thinner, but I don't mind if my meat's a little bit on the rarer side. So, and then of course you want to use these leftover flour bits. There you go. To make a gravy with. So let's do that. Put my little spatula. I'll move these around. Give them the chance to do their thing. Excellent. Probably only should have probably should have only did 2. I just realized how big they are compared to the pan. But whatever. Whatever. It'll take a little time to do that. Well, that's there. I'm just going to take a couple of these mushrooms. I'm just going to throw them in the pan too. I like my mushrooms a little bit extra cooked. Not soggy, just extra cooked. Throw a couple in here where I can see there's room. And then just let them do their thing. There you go. And we will be back. See you in a bit. Okay, I got a chance to flip it over, and I added some of my little diced celery and carrots. And we restoked the fire a little bit so it's pretty hot. I'm gonna add a little bit of the gravy, just a little simple gravy. Ooh. There we go. Something simple. Reuse the rest of it later. That there. Yep. And then normally what you would do is once this is all done cooking, you just laid it all out, then you make your own gravy with all the juices left over, with the flour left over. So if you're in the woods and you have this much, but you don't have anything simple that you can just throw on, then you can do that. Now I already put the pepper, and I put the kind of hotter, more fun spices, the pepper and the chili pepper in the dip for the flour, so it's all right. Now most of the dishes and stuff you'll have like this, they'll season the flour. This one's a little bit different. You actually season the butter egg mixture. So, but other than that, and then all you do is just let it cook. You just let it do its thing, move it around a little bit, and let those diced carrots, mushrooms cook away, and let your meat finish cooking. Move it around a little bit. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Then we'll see you in a little bit. Hi guys. And then here we have it. It's a beautiful Scotch Collop with mushrooms, celery, carrot, and that glaze. All right, let's see how this tastes. Curious to see how it tastes with the allspice in it. There's 2 more big ones there after I get done with this. But I do really like adding mushrooms to meals. Probably gonna do a little bit more of that. Let's see. That's cooked very well. Very well. And it was actually very easy to cut through too. Wow. My, that is flavorful. It has a nice richness to it. Everything is cooked perfectly. The mushrooms still have the firmness, but they're really delicate. That allspice is coming through. I thought it was going to be so off, or that nutmeg rather, I thought it was going to be so off-putting. But it's blending really, really well with that saltiness that's put in the flour. A nice pepperiness. And this is great. Can't need a table. And you can taste that breaded coating on there from frying it, scotching it. Oh man. I mean, that piece is definitely, the savoriness of that beef just came right out of it. Wow, inundated the palate. But this is a beautiful little meal. It's really easy to do. Beautiful 18th century meal dating back to the 1730s. Scotch Collops. And do check it out. I mean, it's a very simple recipe. Like I said, easy to do, just on a little tiny charcoal grill right next to you. Just been using, the only time I did it, after I fried everything, I stopped it and stoked the fire again, just to make sure it was nice and hot. That's when I threw all the little bits of celery and corn in to make sure they had a nice flash fire, so it was nice and hot, to make sure they get cooked through evenly and quickly. And they did. This is a really bendy fork too, but this is really, really good. I'm gonna take the rest of this inside after I get done eating this one and chow down a little bit, kind of relaxed. I still have to go to work today. Wow. The only problem I had was keeping the cats away, because they wanted all this, and I can understand why. Because I want more of it right now. I'm glad I have it. I'm going to try to do a little bit more cooking out here, if you guys appreciate it. And I'm actually going to do a couple dishes on the actual fire pit here, and not just on this little grill. Probably have it a little bit further away, so you have a big, nice kind of range of what I'm doing, so you can see the things a little bit easier. I know one camera sucks, but it was really fun to do it. I saw it. I really wanted to give it a go. Check out Townsends YouTube channel. They have a lot of great 17th, 18th century recipes. That's where I got this from. It just looked fun. It looked tasty. I was really interested to see how it would come out. Now, traditionally, though, at the end, they would sprinkle it over, squeeze a little bit of a lemon juice over it. But it'd be a Seville lemon, so it would be a little bit more on the bitter, tart kind of side of the lemon. Didn't have one on hand, but I had everything else, and we made things work out. So anyway, it's been Paul from PA Brew News. Cooking with PA Brew News. Camp cooking in the forest on this beautiful PA day. So anyway, it's been Paul from PA Brew News. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger. Woo.